So we are at the end of 2022. We got basically a week left of December, and we're going to be heading into 2023, the new year. So I want to talk a little bit about my goals for the end of the month for December, and then also my goals for 2023. And before I get into the video, I wanted to ask you guys to please leave a comment down below of your goals for 2023, whatever it may be. And I would love to read them. I read all the comments, and it'd be cool to go through all the comments and see what you guys are going to be up to this next year. So right now, currently, my goal right now is to hit $20,000 a month on eBay, and I'm pretty close. I think I'm like $600 to $700 away from hitting that mark. So I'll pop my numbers up right here. You can see I'm pretty close to $20,000 for this month, and that's pretty much where I want to be at, for a while, and of course build from that. I don't ever want to get comfortable and stay in one place. I want to always keep growing. So once I hit 20 grand a month for, consecutive months, then I want to bump up to 25,000 and just keep going from there, and eventually move out of this spare room in my house, if it comes to that, of course. So that's my goal right now for the end of the month. And just a quick disclaimer, I know there's people out there that, they say, oh, don't say you're making 20 grand a month if you're not making 20 grand a month. Well, technically I am making 20 grand a month, but that's what my business is generating, but that's not my profit. So I work with video games in particular, I work at 40 to 45% profit margin across the board. That's after shipping, fees, cost of goods, and all that. So off the top of my head, 40% of $20,000, that's like $8,000, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's off the top of my head. And that's pre-tax. So of course I still got to pay taxes on that and all that. So that's pretty much, how much money I make a month. And I live pretty comfortable on that. Like I have a, 2-bedroom home, I pay around $1,200 a month for rent, and, electric, all the other bills, just say a couple $100. I don't have a car payment. My insurance is pretty cheap, because I've been driving a while. So I've, insurance, of course, car insurance, all that other stuff. So with food and every gas and everything, I could live really comfortable on like $2,000 a month. Really like $2,500. You always want to try to make more than you need, of course, right? So if I'm profiting around $8,000 and my bills are around $2,000 to $2,500, you can see that kind of gives me some room to kind of invest into other things, to save money, have a little fund, savings and all that stuff, right? So I've cut back a lot. I don't live in a fancy home. Like I couldn't afford a bigger place than I have, but the place that I have isn't like hella small or anything. But like I could afford a bigger home if I really wanted to, and drive a nice car if I really want. But those things are just things that I'm kind of just putting down to the side. That's why I got rid of my brand new car. I had a 2020 Civic Sport, really nice car, but I was paying like $500 a month, and then plus full coverage insurance. So like, yeah, I can afford that stuff, but I just wanted to cut back on cost and kind of just stay the same as my income goes up, and not kind of live above my means or at my means. So that's kind of just where I'm at right now. And heading into next year, I really am aiming to hit around $220,000 in sales next year. That's my goal, for 2023. It's a meaty goal. It's all by myself. My girlfriend helps me with shipping and stuff like that. But it's just crazy to think that, the money's out there. You just got to build connections. And I've noticed too, these connections I've been building back up with video games, that has helped out a lot. So whatever category you're in, whether you're in shoes, clothing, doesn't matter, video games, always build connections with your fellow resellers if they're in the same niche as you, right? Or not even in the same niche, just build connections with other resellers. Let them know what you're buying and what you're interested in. Don't be afraid of hooking them up as well with things that they want. Like I have a connection that's really into like the Nintendo GameCube and N64, more Nintendo stuff, and I am too, but I hooked them up with some of that good stuff, good quality inventory, so they hooked me up with more of the PlayStation, Xbox, stuff that does well for me as well, systems and such. So build connections. If you build good connections, like your income will go up, I promise you. The people that are doing very well on eBay, really, really well, like even way better than me, they've all built connections. I guarantee it. They have connections. They're not just doing everything by themselves. They have people that hold stuff for them and that, hook them up with stuff. That's just the way it is. And if you want to grow, you need to build connections. So if you're selling clothing, reach out to other clothing sellers in your area on Instagram, or make a YouTube channel. I built connections through YouTube. Do make deals with people at flea markets, talk to them, managers at thrift stores. There's so many other ways you can do. But yeah, that's the best piece of advice I can give you, is really building connections, and your income will definitely grow. So that's my goals, for 2023. Like I said, please leave your goals down below. And also real quick, I know I'm ranting a little bit here, but make sure you're watching, like, I'm not telling you guys what to do, of course, but I'm just recommending more. Like, watch who you're watching on YouTube. Like, be careful. Like, there's a lot of resellers out there that have YouTube channels that are just popping up out of the woodworks, and even resale channels that have been around a long time. Not going to name any names, but a lot of them are picking up like a lot of just questionable items. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, all the channels out there. And it could be really scattered. You can get scatterbrained, you know what I'm saying? Because this person's picking up video games, clothing, shoes, baseball bats. That's why it's very important to really narrow down into one niche. My income has just always just went up when I just focus on one category, because your main focus is on that. You do all your research in that category, you source just that category, and life is just a lot better for me personally, and that's what I recommend you guys do as well. And this is talking to more full-time resellers. If you're part-time, more hobby seller, then yeah, sell anything you want. But if you want to actually build this into a business, I recommend you focus on like 1 to 2 categories. So some really good YouTube channels real quick to follow, of course, besides mine. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Daily Refinement is amazing. And then the only other picker that I watch, that I've just always watched and really entertained with, is Part-Time Pickers. He's actually really knowledgeable, and I know that goes against, because he picks up pretty much everything, but that's more for like the entertainment. I just like to see what he grabs, and I just like his vibe. He reminds me of, he's just a really chill dude, you know what I mean? He's just cool. He's a really cool dude. And then Daily Refinement is a really solid dude. He's helped me out a lot as well. So shout out to him. So I know that last part was kind of like a ramble, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave your guys' goals down below. I'd love to read them. And I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Peace.